Hello, today we are going to make some emotion puppets or little emotion masks on a little stick because it's hard to see our emotions underneath our masks. Are we smiling? Are we sad? Sometimes it's hard to read people's expressions, so this is a fun way to show your expression even when it can't be seen under your mask. So this is kind of what it's going to look like. This is one of my ideas. I'm going to give you a paper that's got all sorts of different emotions on it as they would be expressed by your mouth. All sorts of different ones, and there's room at the bottom so you can try out some ideas of your own. So think about how you are feeling today and start there. So maybe you're happy, maybe you are sad, maybe you're sleepy. I'm going to start by folding my paper in half and then in half again. This way I can make 4 little masks. So I made a little dot at the edge of each of those, and I'm going to draw a rainbow and a smile to give myself an oval shape. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it should take up most of your space so that your shape is big enough. We don't want teeny tiny ones. And then keeping my paper folded, I cut it out, and I should end up with 4 ovals. And so if you have enough time, you can make 4 of them. If you don't have enough time, you can really make some very detailed 1 or 2 of them. And let's get going. So think about how you've been feeling since you've been back at school. And I see one up on my paper here that's kind of singing to me. Confused. I've felt very confused a lot of days as to how to have our art room run a little bit differently than I'm used to. So I'm making a confused face. My mouth is kind of closed. Maybe my chin is bunching up a little bit. If you want to draw a little bit of your nose peeking out, I think I might on this one. I'm just gonna keep my lines simple. I just drew a little one. I'm gonna go over my lines with Sharpie so they can be seen and so I can color over them, which is probably the most important part. So here I am, confused. Think about skin color because we want this to be us. Remember, when you are choosing a skin color, you are not yellow, you are not orange, you are not pink. You are beautiful shades of tans and browns and peaches, and if you don't have a color that you feel like works for you, ask me and we'll see what we can find. So I found this one. It's similar. My skin color is fairly light, so I'm going to go with that. But maybe yours is a little bit darker. Maybe you get nice and dark over the summer. I never do. I'm a lobster in the sun. And I'm just coloring in all over, and because I did my Sharpie, I can color right over my lines pretty easily. And I'm pressing like medium hard. I'm not pressing super duper hard. I'm gonna add a little bit of detail. Maybe there's a little bit of pink peeking through from my cheeks. Same thing near my mouth. And I'm just gently touching this with the pink. I'm not making big clown cheeks with big red, anything like that. To make your oval into a mask, you're gonna flip it over, take a popsicle stick, kind of line it up right with the middle. You don't want it too high because then you won't have anything to hold on to. So about in the middle. I will give you some tape, pop that guy on there, stick it down really well, and now the world will know how confused I am. So there's all sorts of different emotions that you can make. Maybe you are feeling happy or sad, but it's totally cool. Whatever you are feeling, we are all feeling all sorts of different emotions on any given day, and that is totally okay. So that's why we're doing 4 of them. So think about the ways that you've felt lately. A lot of changes going on in our lives with coming back to school. So you might have a lot of different emotions to express in your picture. So this guy, this mouth here is looking pretty excited. And I have to say, I've been pretty excited to be back at school with my artist friends and the other teachers. It's been nice to make art again in person and not just online, even though that was fun for a while. It's lovely to see you guys back in person. So you notice I colored in part of my mouth with Sharpie, so you could totally do that. Maybe you want your mouth to have lips. Maybe you just lost a tooth and you want to have that. Do you have braces? That could definitely be something that you could show off in your mouth that maybe nobody else could. So we all have different things that's gonna make our mouths a little bit different from everybody else's. So see how much time you have to make your masks. Like I said, you have 4 of them. If you get to all of those, that's great. If you don't get to all of those, you can bring them home and work on them there, or maybe you think of some more. And again, just adding little touches of color. All right, and this doesn't even have to be you. I mean, you could totally play around with different skin colors, and you know what? I don't think this is gonna be me. I had braces at one time, but I do not have braces anymore, but I'm gonna give my guy braces just because, why not? So I made some brackets and then I connected them. All right, so have a little fun with your emotions and your masks, and I can't wait to see what you come up with. Yay!